I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty disturbed by these findings, but I am going to share them anyway. Make up your own mind. I've got my hands on a leaked autopsy report of large insectoid creatures captured in the USSR. This document surfaced in 1996, its authenticity is still debated, but it contains highly specialized and technical information with a lot of discoveries made ahead of its time, such as the existence of haploids, half the number of chromosomes in somatic cells, among worker termites. If it was faked, it required a large group of specialized expert biologists with a lot of time and effort involved. It contains so much technical information that it is unreadable for the general population, which raises more doubts about the intentional disinformation angle. Here is a first page of the report. Brief summary of the findings. Autopsy report describes an insectoid worker species reaching a length of 2.5 meters when its lower limbs are extended. These species are most closely related to termites. Their cells are much larger than the cells of known animals. Their sizes can reach 100 micrometers. A portion of its tentacle apparatus not used for upper limb formation has evolved into organs for breathing and vocalization. It's also bipedal, meaning walking on 2 feet. These creatures have developed exoskeletal structures, including limbs, due to climatic changes, facilitating locomotion and leading to increased brain development. Their blood system is advanced, with specialized vessels and organs dedicated to efficient circulation and oxygenation. Basically proto-lungs. This allowed them to adapt to lower oxygen environments underground and actually grow in size. They don't have a waste disposal organ, instead they secrete waste through their skin. That's why they have a terrible smell, which witnesses frequently report. Autopsy report contains much more specialized technical information, but I didn't include it because it wouldn't be readable for most people. If there are biology experts reading this, I will provide the links in the comments so you can dive deeper. Edward Agon, PhD in biochemistry, analyzed this report and provided more context and photographic evidence in his Real Monsters book. His research led him to a conclusion that this report most likely originates in 1985 and was done in the Institute of Evolutionary Physiology and Biochemistry named after I.M. Sichanova in St. Petersburg. He based it on analyzing funding patterns, personnel changes, and an underground secret complex built under the institute during those years. He also attached photographic evidence of an autopsy of one of these creatures performed in field conditions. Edward speculates that these beings originated roughly 200 million years ago and are closely related to modern termites. They were forced underground during the Permian extinction event and have been living there since, as they are best adapted to lower oxygen environments. Edward also noticed a lot of similarities with the leaked Q94-109A report by Dan Barayash, where cellular structures of EBES were analyzed and their findings are remarkably similar to Soviet research, especially the cell size. Most likely both Soviet and American researchers were looking at the same species. This is their speculated evolutionary tree. Now, the insectoid in an autopsy report was a worker, but they are part of a large caste system. There are much smarter higher castes, who possess advanced technologies and even perform religious rituals. Higher castes are bigger and have larger eyes, which makes their head appear triangular. This makes them visually similar to a mantid, commonly reported by contactees and abductees. Now, for the disturbing part. These insectoids are predators. Their primary food source is the fluids of warm-blooded animals. It provides them with necessary nutrients and iron. Becoming a predator allowed them to have a much larger brain size, same as with our species. The mouth of a worker has 2 long fangs which inject digestive fluid as well as a powerful pumping mechanism for sucking out body fluids. Their stomachs can hold up to 20 liters of liquid, which is pre-digested and can be thrown up so insectoids from other castes can consume it. Edward speculates that this is where the vampire myth came from. This also explains the chupacabra creature reported all over the world. They mostly attack livestock, but human casualties are also well documented. This is further proof of their cryptoterrestrial origin, as beings who evolve on other planets wouldn't have the necessary adaptations for digesting Earth animals. However, the author speculates that this is not the main way to get food for their society. These are rather small hunting trips of their worker caste. Higher castes have much more efficient and industrial food processing methods. All those cattle mutilations by UFOs are not for research or biomaterial gathering purposes. They are large-scale food processing operations. This is also corroborated by abductees such as Ted Rice and others, who witnessed large vats with human and animal body parts present in UFO ships. This could also explain a lot of missing persons cases and their interest in wars, conflicts, and natural disasters, which provides opportunity for people to go missing without drawing attention. Edward Agon and Anton Anfilov believe that Greys and Nordics are genetically engineered by insectoids and are treated as disposable workers. They can be easily controlled, and higher caste Mantids don't care if they crash on ships and are retrieved by humans. The existence of predatory terrestrial insectoid species is the biggest secret which the government tries to hide from the general population. You can understand why, as it would rightly freak everyone out. Greys from outer space are used as a cover-up story to divert attention from the real origin and nature of these beings. This cover-up is also enforced by the insectoid race, as they would obviously prefer their prey to not have situational awareness. I will also add from my side, that the general picture is probably much more complex and other species are involved too, but this may be one of disturbing facts which we will have to face during disclosure.
To the town of Alp, we rode a straight to one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't.
Mosey on down to the Atomic Shaman Trading Post. We have t-shirts, decals, refrigerator magnets and other swag for sale. What better way to show your support for the show? Our merch can only be found on t.pub/link/Atomic Shaman Trading Post.
Like, share, subscribe and be sure to check the notification bell. Follow the Atomic Shaman on Twitter at Motel and RV Park. Listen to Paranormal Green Text Stories on Atomic Shaman TTS on YouTube. Catch the live streams of Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge only on Rumble.